welcome back to the Bristol Prepper channel. Today we're looking at the cold steel leather neck tanto. This is a great knife, and but first, before we get into it, I do want to say this is a second attempt. My first attempt landed me in a hospital with this. Yeah, I know, I'm a bit of an idiot and a bit of a nose. I couldn't do it again if I tried. I can't do it. One of these freak things, that accidents things, it's just nobody's fault, it just happened. But been handling knives obviously like a long time, been interested in this sort of thing for a long time. I've had a lot of knives for a long time, and obviously my job, I'm a carpenter, had no chisel, loads of different sharp machinery. Never had injured myself until I reviewed this knife and slit my arm / wrist thing. It was a gruesome story. I did have the video of me bleeding out, sat here, and it was blubbers everywhere. It was gross. Anyway, so this is my second attempt to this, and I'll be honest, I'm shitting a brick because I don't want to fucking do it again. But as they say, once you fall off that horse, get right back on it. So, yeah guys, so let's get into this review. Let's have a look. So, the leather neck tanto, obviously like I said, I got in the tanto version instead of the original leather neck version, which is obviously the rounder, the original version, which is copying the K-bar, the original K-bar utility knife. So this is what this one was based upon, but I have the tanto version. It does come with this nice Kydex sheath here with screwed on nylon belt loop. It's got a nice little belt loop there with a Velcro and with a popper on it, so it's not going nowhere. But like I said, you can take that right off and attach that mollet to anything molly. So it's obviously got all these bits, grommets and that. You could lash that to any pack or anything like that. Okay. So the blade here is a nice blade. You've got a nice bit of weight to this. And believe me, I know firsthand, if you're using this for a combat knife, or if anybody breaks in, or for shit hit the fan and this is your combat knife, you have no worries about fucking people up with this thing. This thing is a beast. Also, like I said, got a nice bit of weight to it. It's full tank construction, as you can see on the bottom. So you can see the tang there at the bottom. It's held, the handle's held in with this small pin here. But the construction overall is solid. It feels real good. It's got this rubberized type grip with these cut out grooves. It says obviously cold steel on it. But when that gets in your hand, that is nice. That's not going nowhere. It sits real good. I imagine all the sweat in that and all the wet, if it was wet, would run away because of all these lines and that. But once it's in there, because of that out grooves, it's not going nowhere. It sticks in your hand like shit to a blanket. It's real nice. Let's talk about dimensions for a little while. We're looking at about 12 inches or a foot for you people who are like on the other side. 12 inches or a foot in length, that's in full length, is about just over 6.5 inches blade length from. So you've got a nice size blade on that. It's a bit of a beast, like I said. The weight on it, on this knife, is quite weighty. Comparing this quickly to the K-bar utility knife, the handguards are flared forwards, which is different to the K-bar. I think the K-bars are flared backwards or straight. Can't quite remember, but I do think I know they are different. It has a thicker guard, so. But also you could get the guard on that and push forward because it's flared forward a bit. The guard you can get a nice bit of push on it if you are using this for cutting, chopping, anything like that. Chopping stuff with this thing, I can imagine being a dream. Super sharp, and the weight to it, you could really do some fucking damage with this thing. Yeah, it's got like a saber grind on here, so like. Obviously comes down to here, and a little saber grind. I believe it's called a saber grind. If I'm wrong, drop me a comment and tell me. Because obviously it's tanto. Yeah, obviously it says cold steel this side, and it says leather neck tanto on this side. Things I don't like about this knife is the grip is good on the handle, but I don't know. I'd like it to be a bit wider, maybe. Just a bit wider. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, it might be just me because I've got big hands, but I'd like it to be a little bit wider, just to feel my hand a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Because it has got these cut out bits. I don't know whether that affects it, but it'd be nice if it was a bit wider. That maybe would make me like it a little bit more. I do like it, don't get me wrong, but it's I'm just saying it could be a bit wider. also it could be a bit lighter, because I can imagine if you are, it's great for if you're using it for maybe a combat situation or anything like that, because you can fuck people up with this thing. It's fucking got a nice bit of weight to it, you can swing it around or whatever. But if you're using this all day and this is your only knife and you're using this for bushcraft and all the rest of that good stuff, I can imagine it might get a little bit tiresome in your hand, just because of the blunt weight of it. It's quite weighty. It's not like carrying, say, a Mora or say a BK14. It's somewhat smaller. It's quite a lump in your hand. But other than that, it's a good knife. I like it quite a lot. It's got a good thickness on the back of the blade. I think that's just under 1/4 inch. But no, it's nice, and obviously the sheath's good, and they got a nice Kydex sheath. But no, so overall, I do recommend this knife. I give it a nice 4 out of 5 stars. But like I said, the only thing I'd like the handles maybe a little bit better, and could have done it a little bit lighter. But other than that, I think it's a great knife. Before I forget, it is made out of high carbon steel. Just want to chuck that one in there before I forget. So yeah, like I said, high carbon steel with a full tang construction. But yeah, overall 4 out of 5 stars, and it's a good little knife. So as always though guys, stay prepared. But before I forget, we do have a competition at the moment. So if you want to win yourself a nice little survival tin, which I've put myself together, all loads of different bits and pieces in there for EDC, just carrying around every day, small survival tin, put it together myself. And also, nobody else has got one, it's a Bristol Prepper cap. Your own little Bristol Prepper cap. Once I've got all the stuff together, I will bring it to the table and I will show you guys, but I haven't got it at the moment. But I'm just telling you, when we get to 50 subscribers, the big 5-0, we will bring that out and we will do a draw out of a hat. I'll put all the names in the hat or whatever and do a draw out, and then I'll contact the winner. And I'll do it all on the camera, so I'm not faking it, because I know some people fake it and fucking lie and all that bullshit. But I'm not doing it for that. I'm not doing it for fame. I just want to do it just to show my appreciation to you guys, because everybody who's subscribed so far, everybody's commented and that, it's been so helpful, helping me out with my new channel, helping me out, loads of great comments, and just a real nice environment so far. So it's just for that really, saying thanks. But yeah, as always though guys, stay prepared, and I'll see you guys another day, another way.